Hey, Spa Divas. How are you guys? I hope you're doing fantastic. Happy Monday. I wanted to just pop on here and just share a few ideas. I've got 3 really cool things that you guys can use in your business this week, probably at least one of them, to improve your sales and perhaps even increase a repeat client. So, number 1, even though a client may be booked for a specific single service, like a facial or a specific facial treatment or a massage or body treatment, doesn't matter what the treatment is. When a client comes in at the beginning of the day, why not offer the client the opportunity to add on an upgrade? That's such a cool way for you to grow, even if every other client in the week takes you up on your offer. You can grow your revenue by probably between $25 and $50 per upgrade. Now, many of you, if you're doing like a jelly mask, that's probably going to be between 20 and 25. If you're doing microdermabrasion or you're doing dermaplaning, that's up to like $50. Even an AHA or a chemical peel, that's anywhere from hopefully no less than $45 to $55. So imagine, even if you only did that a couple of times a day, that could be an additional between $50 and $100 of extra revenue. So do the math, right? That's a really, really big one. So that would be number 1. Number 2 is figure out what are your slowest days in the week. Like look at your month, look at your revenue from last year this time. February is kind of a funny month, right? Sometimes it can be super busy and other times you can have a bit of a lull. I know we're already like on to day 5, but go look at your numbers from last year and see perhaps, historically what is like the slowest day of the week for you. And if you have the bandwidth, I think it would be really cool for you to do what I call slow day treats. And by that, I mean like, you don't have to call it that. I'm sharing that with you. We've got to come up with a more creative name. But what that is like it's a day that it's not as busy for you. So if you find that Tuesday mornings are not busy for you, then why not offer a special promotion for that time. Now, you guys know I'm not a big fan of discounts. So remember, sometimes we can do a discount if that's what means it's going to fill our spot. But really, you could do an add-on for free, right? And there's so many other really cool ways that you could do that. So figure out what your slow days are and do a slow day treat. So I don't know, I have to come up with a different name. But anyway, I just wanted to share the idea with you because I think it's a really, really good one. Number 3, this is actually really fun. Often kind of like in restaurants, they have happy hour. Do you have a happy hour time that could be like, God, I always find between, 2:30 and 4, 2:30 and 5, it's always a little bit slow. Well, why not host a happy hour of your own where you could offer the client a cup of tea or maybe some juice or like maybe even make offer sparkling water or sparkling drink of some sort. Create a concoction if you have to, right? But how cool would it be to have a happy hour in your spa, right? So I think that would be a really, really fun thing to do. And you don't have to do it all the time. Maybe you do it like, the 3rd Thursday of every month. The Thursday is often a busy day, but the 3rd Wednesday of every month. Whatever it is that works for you and your timeline. Again, looking back at your slower days, happy hour could be super fun, right? Might be a great way. And maybe you just do it for the month of March or you do it for the month of April, whatever you want to do, but maybe just choose one day and set like 3-hour time slot and say that we are hosting happy hour at the spa on these days for the month of, and then do it for that whole month. It might be a really great way to get people in the door, right? So that's number 3. Number 4 is if you have a first-time client. Now, often we find sometimes, getting the client to come back in again can be a little bit challenging, especially if they've never been to see you before. They don't know who you are. They're just not 100% sure. They might have really enjoyed the session, but maybe they need a little incentive to tip them over, right? So what you could do is you could offer them a second visit bounce back offer. I'm a big fan of bounce back offers. And yes, it is a promotion, But you know what better way? We all know that if you guys do an amazing job and you get the client coming in a second time, then she's probably likely, or he or she is probably likely to come back again and again. So why not offer them a bounce back offer that you could give them that would be valid for 21 days after the day that they come in. So they basically have 3 weeks to decide on choosing something to come back in and book with you. Now, could they book another facial? Yeah, absolutely. If they had a facial with you, sure, they could book another facial treatment, right? But set the value of what they need to spend. So minimum $50 or minimum $75, minimum 100, whatever it is, or minimum treatment, minimum 1 hour time session, right? So sometimes that avoids the money conversation, because you're saying, oh no, you can't book a 30-minute express treatment. So you can't say, you don't have to say that, but you can say, it's valid for any 1 hour session or 75-minute appointment. So then that eliminates the price conversation altogether, because quite likely most of your add-on sessions, add-ons are never a standalone anyway. So that would be irrelevant, right? So that really is a great way to get them in the door. And what I would do to take it one step further is to basically invite them, give them the card at the end of the session, and then invite them to book while they are actually standing in front of you. Now, what better way when a client is all excited after her treatment, her skin feels amazing, she had a fabulous experience with you, and then you say to her, you know what, Mrs. Jones, it was lovely to meet you today. Thank you so much for trusting us and coming in to see us at XYZ Spa. And what I'd love to do is I'd love to invite you back in again to see us, and then present them with a gift card or certificate or a postcard or something, and say, you know, this is a bounce back offer that we do for clients when they come in for the first time. And we don't do it all the time, but you know, we have something like this. It's a bounce back offer program, and I would love to gift this to you. And what you get is, and then tell them what the promotion is valid for, and say it's valid for 3 weeks from today. And maybe you could switch it to a month if you want. But I think when you do 21 days, it creates a sense of urgency, right? It's not 1 week, it's not 2, it's not a month. A month feels like too long away. But, you know, like maybe during the session, you talked about her maybe having an eye treatment, or maybe you talked about doing a dermaplaning session. Well, how cool would it be after the session, you gave her a little incentive, a dangling carrot, and you said to her, I would love to present this to you. And it is a bounce back offer to allow you, or just, you don't even have to say bounce back. I call it a bounce back offer, but you could say it's an invitation for you to come back and see us. And this promotion is valid for the next 3 weeks. Would you like to book that appointment of having, you know, your Brazilian bikini wax or the dermaplane that we talked about during our session today? And then have them book it right on the spot. Now, if she says, you know, that's lovely, thank you so much, make sure you don't forget to put the date and sign off on it on the bottom. She might say, you know what, I'm not sure what my schedule looks like. Then say, great, you know what, no problem. Thank you so much for coming in today. Please, we look forward to seeing you again in a few weeks. And then maybe when you follow up with them, because it's a first-time client, you know, I always suggest you follow up within 48 to 72 hours maximum. So if they're coming in on a Friday night, you know, for a facial, don't message them on a Sunday, wait till Monday. But if they're coming in on a Saturday, then message them on Monday as well. So 48 to 72 hours after a treatment is a wonderful time to follow up with them. And maybe in the follow-up, when they reply to you and you reply back to them, say, thank you so much again. I'm so thrilled. Your skin feels fantastic. Did you try the samples? If you gave them any samples. So remind them of all the things that you did. And then say, P.S., just as a gentle reminder, I look forward to seeing you again within 3 weeks. And I hope that you will use your certificate that I gifted you when you were here the other day. So it's a great way to get the client back in again. You provide the service, you did the follow-up, you reminded them of the things that you offered them, and then you tell her about the promotion again, and then just say, please check your calendar, and I do hope that we'll see you again within 3 weeks. So that's a fantastic promotion. I love that one. I think it's a great way to get the client back in again. So I wanted to share those with you today. I hope that made sense. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. I get so excited about this stuff. So for those of you that do not know me, my name is Tazeem Jamal, and I am a passionate master esthetician and an award-winning spa business coach. And I'm really, really passionate about what I do. And I help estheticians with marketing ideas, profitability, and retail sales. So thank you so much for being with me here today. If you guys have any questions, please let me know, and we'll talk to you guys again soon. Take care. Tazeem Jamal signing off. Bye. I hope you were inspired by these ideas. Please let me know if you implement them and what the results were. Okay, take care. Bye.